We're going to go over some properties of addition. There's 4 different ones that you need to know. And here's kind of a table of all of them. Commutative just means that you're moving from one place to the next. So if I were to say I commute to work by getting out of bed and sitting down at my desk, because now our work is at home. So it's just switching places. So in this case, if we have 2 numbers being added, if we just move the order, it's going to be commutative. And here's an example down here. 2 plus 7 equals 7 plus 2. That's commutative. Associative, the one thing you want to look at, it's always more than 2 numbers. So if there's 3 or more, check the order first. For instance, this one's x, y, then z. This side is x, y, then z. The order has to stay the same. It's just parentheses that's moving. Same with this one. They just wrote it in the opposite way. So that's associative. The identity means you're keeping the identity of x, or the number that you're given. And the way to keep the identity is just to add 0. So if you add 0 and you get the same number, that's called identity. So here's an example. Here, you see you're adding 0. That's the additive identity. And if you're adding the opposites, we call that inverse. So when you add the opposite and you get 0, in that case, that's the inverse. So here, we're adding opposites and we get 0. So let's do a few examples here. So I'm looking here and I see there's 3 numbers. So first I want to see if it's associative, and I check the order. 7, 8B, this is 8B, 7. The order has changed, which means that's commutative. So anytime the order changes, you want to choose commutative. Here we're adding 0, we're keeping our identity. So that is the additive identity. Now I'm going to check the order again, 3x8, 3x8, and the parentheses have changed. So that one is associative. All right, let's do another one. Oh, so it equals 0. So that's going to be the inverse property. So we're adding the opposites. So that's the additive inverse. In this second one, the order changed. We went from 4 to 3 to 3 to 4. So that's commutative. They're changing their order. And then here the order stays the same, 7A8, 7A8. So that one's associative. Just the parentheses moved. So that's associative. That is the end of our lesson. Thank you. I hope this helps.